Hello everyone, my name is Anupama. In this presentation, I'll be focusing on researching a policy issue in early childhood education and care. For this, I have chosen the sleep and rest time policy and procedure from Sparrow Early Learning. I'll begin by outlining the key points of my definition of quality in early childhood education and care. The first key point is that quality in ECEC must always be child-centered and right-based. According to Moss, quality cannot be reduced to technical criteria or checklists. Instead, educators must make ethical judgments that recognize children as unique and distinct individuals. When children's rights, voices, and identities are respected in daily practices, they feel valued. The second key point is the importance of family collaboration and cultural responsive practice. Quality is achieved when educators actively engage with families, recognizing the routines that are deeply influenced by cultural values and parenting perspectives and family preferences. Scholars mention that family partnerships and cultural responsive practices are critical for inclusive quality. More recently, Hunkin and Grishber's research also confirms this, showing that relationships are central to how educators, families, and stakeholders define quality and high quality. These relationships are based on reciprocity, respect, and diversity. The third key point is that quality is inseparable from equity, inclusion, and social justice. Quality in ECEC means ensuring that all children, regardless of ability, background, or culture, have the opportunity to succeed. Genuine quality requires an ethical engagement with equity rather than simply meeting regulatory standards. This connects strongly with the EYLF principle of equity and diversity, which requires educators to actively challenge bias, provide fair access to learning and well-being, and acknowledge the identities and rights of all children. This includes indigenous children, children with disabilities, and those from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds. So equity isn't an option extra, it's a central part of what it means to provide high-quality education and care. The fourth and final point is that quality is not static achievement. It is continuous and transformative process. Educators are constantly required to make ethical decisions, to reflect critically, and to navigate the tension that exists within the policy. Hunky reminds us that even questioning how quality is defined and measured in reforms is itself a political act. Through engaging with contemporary literature and policy frameworks, I understand quality in early childhood education and care as a dynamic, relational, and ethical term rather than a set or strictly measured standard. Scholars highlighted that quality arises via connections, situations, and co constructed experiences, which has led me to reconsider quality just as compliance. I have concluded that quality is placing children first, respecting their rights, dignity, and autonomy, while also recognizing their uniqueness and cultural identities. It also necessitates coordination with families, with the understanding that habits are influenced by cultural views and values as emphasized in the EYLF. Importantly, quality is inseparable from social justice and equity. It is achieved when services adopt inclusive and anti-bias practices, prioritize children's safety and well-being, and ensure all children can thrive regardless of background or ability. Quality is both pedagogical and political, an ongoing process of reflection, advocacy, and transformation that supports every child and family to thrive. Next, I'll discuss my chosen policy, the sleep and rest time policy and procedure at Sparrow Early Learning, and provide a justification how we demonstrate quality in practice. Sparrow Early Learning Center's sleep and rest time policy adopt a child-centered approach that ensures children are not forced to sleep. Instead, they are supported to relax, rest, or choose quiet activities. This upholds their autonomy and dignity by recognizing their rights to make decisions about their own bodies and routines. It aligns with Article 12 of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, which emphasizes children's right to be heard and to participate in decisions that affect them. The policy also requires educators to engage with families about their cultural practices and parenting beliefs around rest, avoiding one-size-fits-all approach. This might include supporting family preferences such as blankets, dummies, or other rest practices while ensuring safety. Finally, Sparrow Early Learning Center's sleep and rest time policy demonstrates reflective and professional practice. It requires educators to attend annual safe sleep training, follow updated Red Nose Australia recommendations, and complete yearly risk assessments. This ensures that practice is not static but evolves with new evidence and knowledge. Finally, quality in policy arises from the relationships, contexts, and co-constructed experiences educators share with children and families rather than from rigid compliance alone. These are the references. Thank you.